Hey, all
Kurt
you
Angle,
beautiful
the
people,
Hardys.
welcome back to Mom, Can I Have Another Dollar? Where today we are joined once again by our good friend Harry, and we are in his element this time.
To the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, we're going into
that one.
wrestling territory.
Let's do it. Press it. Select it. Yeah, so we're joined with Harry today. I'm playing 2-player. Who should I be, Nick? I'm going to be Dlo Brown. Dlo Brown.
Globrin.
Oh,
Globrin.
okay.
Behind the Globrin.
Yeah. Royal Rumble. Ooh. Kurt Angle.
Kurt the Angel and Globrin. And,
Whoa, what the fuck? That guy had a head.
He had a mannequin head.
What the hell?
That's his gimmick.
well,
Al
now.
Snow.
How does that work?
Wait, oh, no. Is it a button masher?
Fuck
I
yeah,
think it's
man.
a button masher.
Yeah, you gotta press multiple buttons at a time.
Because that's how wrestling works, is on, like,
Dude, I just kicked that fucking guy out of the ring.
just gross
That's
amounts of effort, but no technical skill.
Yeah. Whoa, Kane just came and bitch slapped my ass.
Oh, I see what's going on. You're constantly being beset upon by...
Yeah, it's
new
Royal
stri-
Rumble, dude.
So if nobody gets ringed out for, like, I don't know, 3 solid minutes, is this place
Fuck
just
you, Kane. I just kicked
full
his
of
ass
dudes?
out. I guess.
Somebody get that huge dude skirt out of there.
Oh, that's Rikishi.
Rikishi?
He hit
Dude,
The Rock with a car.
What?
Yep, and then his...
In a wrestling match?
Yeah, and his excuse was, I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people.
Okay. Explain more. Because we don't
90s
know.
wrestling is inexplicable. There was once an angle where Hulk Hogan hit The Rock's ambulance with an 18-wheeler.
Jesus.
And that was the first piece of wrestling I ever saw on television. And even being like 11, I watched this and said, "This is bullshit,"
Fuck.
and turned it off.
Hulkamania ran wild on him.
You fucking better not, mankind. Fuck you, asshole. Oh, yeah, let's double team his ass. And then.
Oh, I'm trying to get Road Dogg out
Oh
of
yeah,
here.
you guys are gonna have like a
Wait, I already-
Hunger Games situation where you can work together.
Yeah.
Still
But in the end,
bitch.
you're gonna have to deal
I
with
thought
one
I already
of them.
kicked Kane out of the ring. Why
Maybe
is
he
back?
held on.
No, I kicked him out.
Wait, is it Kane? Maybe fake Kane came out because there's
Fake Kane?
multiple Kanes.
Kane?
Cone.
Okay.
It could be a fake Kane.
Whoa.
You know what? That wouldn't be surprising.
Billy Gunn. Yeah, I killed Billy Gunn.
I'm
Good.
not the biggest wrestling fan, but when I was a kid, like I remember the few times I did watch, it was always full of the craziest memories. Like when the Undertaker put the Ultimate Warrior in a casket, and that's how he won. Like
Yep.
he got the pinfall.
It was a
by doing
casket
that.
match. That was called a casket match.
Really?
It's a real match
and then
type.
at the end, they even like cranked open the lid, and he basically dumped him out of this casket, and the Ultimate Warrior lay there dead. And I was like traumatized. I was like, can you do that
I've
on
gotten,
TV?
like 12 eliminations in this match.
I was
Dude.
like, that's super
Oh,
fucked
here's a
up.
fun one. You know what happened one time? The Undertaker crucified Steve Austin.
What?
To be our new Jesus.
He hung him up on a giant cross.
That's awesome.
Fucking rude.
Dude.
I remember like right when the Ultimate Warrior died, we had a dude in our office who was, I guess he was a huge fan when he was a kid or something. So in memoriam, we watched a bunch of YouTube clips of the craziest shit that the Ultimate Warrior's ever said.
Which is a lot of crazy
it was just
shit.
like constant, steroid cocaine ramblings, and it was so much fun though because he's just like he had some sort of grudge about Hulk Hogan.
Black people.
And,
Oh.
Well, I don't know. If he did, he probably didn't say it. He was pretty tasteful about it.
Okay.
But, like, I just remember, for one thing, every time he referred to Hulk Hogan, he called him Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, he had the worst pronunciation.
Whoa.
But he'd say, like you would defy
Dude, I'm
me.
sucking this guy's dick.
Hulk Hogan. He's like, and I remember the weirdest thing he says is like, I've injected you with the maximum dose of the Warrior Venom, but the antibodies of Hulkamania have kept you strong. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
He's on Quaaludes.
Yeah. Does he actually believe that he is a scorpion?
That's awesome. I remember like my favorite meme. Like I don't really like memes that much, but my favorite
Oh,
one.
look at you, hipster. I don't like memes.
No, it's just like that, because it's like it's a joke that you didn't have to write. It's just
This
like
is
someone
true.
else wrote the punchline and you're just writing the setup.
This is true.
But my favorite one is like this guy will like post on random stuff on Reddit and like he'll just say, it'll be like, hey, what's like the most craziest thing that ever happened to you as a kid? And I'm like, I remember one time my mom, we came home and like I ate all her lipstick, and then I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna get away with this? And then I remember like she came through the door, and then in 1996, The Undertaker took and slammed the Mankind 16 feet off of a Hell in a Cage match.
Hell in a Cell, yep.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell, 16 feet to the floor.
So that's how his whole story
Every
ends.
single time. He does it through everything. And it's amazing, because like people go, God damn it, I didn't know it was you, motherfucker!
There's a beautiful video that had Randy Savage.
No.
The guy who talked to people between matches was that Mean Gene.
Oh.
Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yeah, so he's standing there, this tiny, unassuming little mustachioed man.
Yep, Mean Gene.
And Randy Savage is in,
in rare form.
he is in rare form, exactly. And they keep asking him, like, what do you think about the outcome of tonight's match? You're coming up to SummerSlam, and he's giving this speech. He does not answer the question whatsoever, but he's just like, oh yeah, the cream rises to the top. And he's like, I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at. And he keeps finding reasons to say the cream rises to the top, or cream of the crop, and he keeps pulling coffee creamers, presumably out of like a neon fanny pack.
Yeah, his fanny pack.
Yeah, a hypercolor fanny pack, and he's like throwing them at Gene, and he's like stuffing them in his jacket pockets. And it's just like, where do you keep getting these fucking things? But he's just like,
He raided a Dunkin' Donuts at 2 a.m. in Hoboken, New Jersey, and that's how he got those.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's like 4 solid minutes of him like, thank God he had those huge like grandma blinder sunglasses on, because otherwise you would see in his eyes how coked up he is. But he's just like, oh yeah, cream rises to the top, doesn't it?
No, here comes The Rock. I'm about to cook you guys a meal. Hope you're ready.
I hope you're ready to
Hope you're ready
take
for
a
the
deep
smell.
whiff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People's
Time
fist
extended
slap.
again.
People's the
Big.
most celebrated actor of all time in electric history, man. What's his deal? What's he say, Aaron?
He's the most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
Yeah, there we go.
That
was pretty
made
much on
way
the money.
more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, man.
Electric history, man.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
I'm the most electrical man in history.
Yeah. And then he extends his arms and just turns completely inside out.
Yeah, he just becomes...
That's his gimmick.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tesla.
That's one that was never explored very much in wrestling. Sure, they had things like cop and clown and Middle Eastern man. But they didn't try anything too exciting like Kafka-esque Nightmare.
Yeah. Jackson Pollock person.
Yeah.
Like, and he comes out and just...
Pablo Picasso, example of a human being.
There are 2 characters doing a Twin Peaks gimmick right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, is there like a character who's just like a Salvador Dali painting come to life?
Not in WWE.
I lost again.
But there's a comic book themed wrestling company called Chikara.
Yeah.
And they have many of those type characters.
Okay, here we go. Kane.
That's pretty good. I grew up in the era where everyone had like a weird gimmick, pretty much. Like, yeah, it was like country western dude. Like
Atom Bomb.
Yeah, like I said, clown.
Doink.
A military sergeant.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Mall cop. A a homosexual made of gold.
Gold dust.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck? There's like 2 guys that have S's.
So there was like, yeah, everyone had like a weird gimmick, and I guess I didn't question it as a kid. But last year I was invited to go to a show because I had a friend who had free tickets, and I've not watched it in a long time. Well, they basically reinvented Goldberg. There's just a large man.
He's still around?
Yep.
Well,
he was.
It wasn't even Goldberg. It's just some other guy who there was a literal cannon blast. There was pyrotechnics that were only sound that nearly blew my eardrums from like the 3rd level of the rafters. And then he came in. He beat up a skinny man in like about 4 seconds, and then the match was over. I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of familiar with that concept. And then And then a troop of young black men of varying
The New Day.
body styles,
Yep,
body
the New
types,
Day.
came out, played trumpet in the middle of the ring.
Probably played the Final Fantasy theme on trumpet.
And then,
What?
basically proceeded to ruin all legitimacy for gay people working toward their rights as regular individuals.
This guy just kicked me in the balls from like behind.
They just worked to actively ruin everything that's been done in the last couple years. Like,
Mankind
oh no,
is
you can't
back.
be
Yeah, I got Rikishi
treated
out.
with legitimacy. And I thought, what the fuck is this? Like, sure, I never questioned the man who was purported to be a ghost or whatever when I was a kid, but now as an adult, I was like, what is this?
This is malarkey.
This doesn't make any sense.
I feel like wrestling's not as cool as it used to be when I was a kid because like you had things like Doink the Clown, you had a fucking undead guy. Like he was around for really until recently.
He still is.
No, he retired.
WrestleMania, man, in Orlando, Florida last year.
Yep, this year.
Well, okay, when this comes out last year. Oh man, I just punched Nick Foley in the dick.
I don't
Fuck you.
remember anything specific
Dick
about Jake
Foley.
the Snake, but I want to believe that his story is that he is
He's just really unreliable.
actually a snake.
If you ever go back and there's a documentary called Beyond the Mat where if you watch it, he's working indie shows after he left WWF and he's just so drugged out of his mind.
But I want to believe that his gimmick was that he actually was a snake, made man by a witch.
Okay. What a bizarre concept.
Yeah, well, why the hell not?
This game is fucking impossible once you get to like the S guys. What the hell is that all about?
the S-Men.
Oh hey, we needed the time to be extended again, so
Okay.
Well,
of course we needed
Well,
that.
yeah, it keeps getting extended
It extends it when I'm about to start again.
because you
How
have
many people
7
have
left.
entered and it's still saying 7 people left?
Like,
Well, you have 7 yet to slay.
yeah, like we haven't. Can you like? I don't have anywhere to go with this. But yeah.
Man's wearing a rude jersey.
Is Austin still
69.
around? Is he still? Fuck, Austin
No,
just beat the shit out of my
Austin's a
ass.
podcaster now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's still out there. He has since lost his vest of a rattlesnake skull that just said rattlesnake on it.
I watched an interview with him where like they're asking him about have you ever had sex in your belt, and he said, no, but I had sex in my vest once or twice. And I'm like, awesome.
I was thinking about how absurd MTV was in the early 2000s recently, and there was a point where after Triple X came out, there was an interview on TRL with Vin Diesel, and one of the questions they asked him was like, you're in a movie called Triple X. Do you ever watch any Triple X videos? And all I could think was, in his head, he had to be like, I quit. I hate all of you teenagers. Yes, I masturbate to porn right now. I'll do it. I don't give a fuck.
With his sleepy Jim Brewer eyes, he just leans toward the microphone and says,
Fuck.
yeah.
And he's just saying family repeatedly the entire time. He's
Family,
pouring Corona onto his dick. You can have any drink you want as long as it's a
As
Corona.
long as it's Corona. And then, he's just like, pouring it like down his face. He's not even blinking.
I like to think my character just had a concussion because he's like punching off to nothing. He's like, yeah.
Baseball, activate.
Someone get him out of the ring. Start concussion protocol. He's out of control.
Get him. This is my special move.
Oh, watch out. I'm going to jump out of the ring.
You in for the diamond cutter now.
DDP.
I'm playing as Triple
Oh,
H. I didn't
Vince
realize
McMahon
that.
just came into the
What?
ring.
Vince McMahon's in the ring?
I was going to
Yes,
say
sir.
maybe he's the last one to get out, but no, there are 6 that
Okay.
still need to be defeated.
I got to play as Kurt Angle.
Angle.
I want to believe
Kurt's
that
Angels.
like if Stone Cold ever
Fuck you, boss man.
if he ever did have sex wearing the belt, he would do the American Psycho thing, where well for one, he's
Next to a mirror, listening to the studio.
Well, of course, he's
studio?
simultaneously shotgunning a Bud Light.
A blunt.
I would hope that he would
Jesus.
fucking Stone Cold stun his
Well,
person he's about to fuck.
Yeah, well, Yeah, consensually, of course.
Yeah, like he's
No,
like, hey,
but-
is it okay if I Stone Cold stun you?
But-
she's like, yeah, baby.
But he shotguns a Bud Light in the midst of the act, and he's like, yeah, he's looking into the mirror, and he's like kissing his bicep and staring at the belt, and at the end, like, her only complaint is like, yeah, the belt was a little cold on my ass. And that's all there is to it. Just like, you know what? Not even that weird, but the belt's a little cold.
Dude, we're never gonna get to the end of this fucking
Never.
shit.
I secede.
Yeah. All right. Okay. As soon as like we get knocked out of this, like we'll call it.
All right, Big Show's probably gonna eliminate me or Rikishi.
I think.
This is where we shine when we want to die.
Did Vince McMahon ever like actually do a Royal Rumble?
Yeah, he did. He won the WWF title in a Royal Rumble, actually.
Really?
Yes, he did.
God.
Well,
He
he
made
has-
himself the champion.
He has to have, some air of legitimacy, I guess.
Yeah. Like, didn't he have his daughter like also fight?
Yeah, Stephanie fought. Shane's had a bunch of matches.
Like, didn't like I watched a thing where Shane like they tried to throw him through particle board.
Oh my god, it was glass.
Oh, that's right. It was like
Jesus.
tempered glass, and it wouldn't break.
Nope.
So he's like, "Do it again," and so they
Oh my
tried
god.
to throw him through it again.
Well, because the first time they tried to do it, you're forgetting the fact that they dropped him on his head. Because they threw him upside down through the glass, but it didn't break, so he landed on his head, got a concussion immediately.
Fuck.
They go to do it again.
So
He
that's why
lands
he's
on his
like,
head
go
again.
one more time.
Well, they go to do it again, and it still doesn't break. And so the third time, they just have him on his feet and just throw him head first through the glass, and it
Yeah.
works.
Fucking A.
What's the craziest shit you've seen happen?
I've
personally.
shot a couple of death matches.
Like
so
you
So
shot some guys
someone
in a death match.
was
no,
murdered.
as a video guy or a photo guy, I've shot death matches, and death matches.
Did they? Okay, hold on.
No.
I don't want to interrupt you, so go ahead.
Nobody dies.
Oh,
But the reason why they have those names is that it's way violent compared to what you see on television. So the weapons, instead of being like a steel chair, the weapons are like fluorescent light tubes, fire, salt, thumbtacks, piranhas. Like, yeah.
I want to see the match where a piranha is used
Yeah.
as a weapon.
Funny enough, there's been a couple of piranha death matches in the U.S. and they usually happen in Indiana.
that makes
Because when I think of piranhas, I think of Indiana.
that makes a lot of sense.
I guess so.
But the last big death match I shot was in Maine, and it was a fans bring the weapons match. But they made the rule that you could not bring a gun or a knife.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Naturally,
So
yeah.
somebody brings a sword.
The weapons that were brought included a 5-foot-tall bong. Someone made a log cabin out of fluorescent light tubes.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was some serious choices. There was a couple of dildos. There was a rubber fist wrapped in barbed wire.
Who came prepared to like give up their dildo for a wrestling match? Like, you know what? I'm getting more use out of it like this.
They might have been like, you know what? We just upgraded to the new model for 2017. We got this 2016 dildo
They got
that's
that.
just sitting around.
They got that Nick Ruggles fleshlight dildo going on, so
Yeah.
they're good to go.
They've got my silicone molded.
It's
butthole.
just made of overly microwaved oatmeal.
Jesus. That
You've
is.
never jerked off with microwaved oatmeal
That
before?
I was gonna say that's roughly the texture of my member. and
on that
again,
note-
roughly. Well, we are going to continue this conversation on our own time, but you can join us for more hilarious antics like this next time on Mom Can I Have
Well,
Another
first,
Dollar?
Harry, tell us where can we find some of your crazy shit?
HarryAaron.com is the place where you can see my photography. I'm also on Twitter at HarryAaron, and then on the Instagrams at Third Harry, and that's where you can see all of me.
Excellent.
Awesome. This is fucking awesome, dude. I hope we have you back on the show eventually.
Oh,
Again.
definitely. Let's do this again sometime.
For sure.
Perfect. Well, like I already said once before, thanks a lot, Kyle, you fucking piece of shit. Join us next time, all of our real friends, on Mom, Can I Have Another Dollar?
Thank you.